Juppy, a tough night.
Yeah, started tough with obviously losing June in the warm-up to a calf injury. And then for 5 minutes you go, okay, not too bad. And then the first thing you don't defend, you concede. Then you're in trouble. Then you kind of go, okay, have a little response, and we missed 2 good chances after that, the header. And Roberti's got a cross and they come back and punish it. Then we concede from another corner, where we don't defend it properly again. So you go in 2 down, and then you try and go, listen, you 2, 1 goal makes this a tough game. You know, you're not completely out of it. You've had a few spells, you've got to tighten up defensively with what we do. And then we give them a gift after 3 minutes, which you can't do. And then they cruised it, and they showed their class, and they showed why they're up the top. And it showed the gulf in the 2 teams very, very simply.
We know their qualities all over the pitch, and as you said, it wasn't the best of starts conceded within the first 5 minutes. How disappointed were you with that?
Yeah, you look at the goals you concede, they're both from crosses. It's stop the cross, mark your men in the boxes, and we've said it all season. You've got to do the basics, and against them you have to do the basics, because the top teams will punish you. It's a group mentality to defend better, and it's individual bits and pieces in those areas that have got to be better. But as I said, you look at the difference in the class of player, and that's why they are where they are and where we are. You know, they've come away with a clean sheet. We haven't really threatened them at all. In the second half, we've had some good spells, but not created anything with it. Obviously, bar Sid, give the ball away far too easily. They brought the ball down far too easily when they played long. They could play around us. You lose your shape. You know, just completely shows the golfing class.
I did actually think we played some decent stuff, even though we did go behind very early on, and we did look a team sort of full of confidence at that point. But that hill looked so much tougher to climb going in at 2-0.
I think you go 1 down and you've got a lot of time to get back in the game, and obviously you put a few passes together, get a few opportunities, and you kind of go, oh, come on in, you know, we've got a chance. And then the second one goes in and it kind of kills you, and then the third one just completely knocks the stuff in it. As I said, and then they went into cruise control really from then on, and they should have had more.
You mentioned at the start of this interview that Junior was replaced in the warm-up with a calf injury, and then Ranty unfortunately pulled up early on as well. Do you have an update on them too?
Yeah, so Junior's going to go and have a scan on his calf. He felt he'd go in the warm-up. Obviously not ideal again. And then Ranty has been sort of having a few issues, obviously tightness, but just felt it in there. Again, you're reshuffling that after 15, 20 minutes. You've got 2 players, obviously June especially up top. All your planning that you do yesterday, and it just completely goes out the window. But listen, that's the spell we're on, that's where we are, and listen, it's an opportunity for those players that then come in to go and improve yourself, especially with the situation we're in. We don't know what's going to happen going forward. You kind of go in, okay, go on in, make a case for yourself, prove yourself going forward. And really, you're kind of still waiting for that kind of to happen.
Do you think tonight was a case of us against a top-level side, or just us not at our best, or both? A mixture of both?
Both. Listen, both. You know, they were very good. Let's not beat around the bush. They were exceptional. First half they probably, they'll agree they weren't the best, but they still go in with a 2-0 lead, which the best teams do. We kind of huff and puff a little bit, but going 2-0 down. But it's criminal to give that goal away after 3 minutes, especially when he's got that much room to do what he wants, to play the ball in and then to go in. Free shot in the box, and then the fourth one, you look at it and you just go, we give the ball away around the halfway line. Simple pass out, simple switch, and it's too easy. It's just too easy defensively. It's been too easy all season.
We have a long break ahead of us then now. Do you think they'll do our squad a world of good, both physically and mentally?
It needs to. They've got 10 games left. We've just said in there to them, the results tonight are crazy. You're 6 points off playoffs, but realistically you've got to look at it and go, are you capable of pushing for the playoffs? It's been a tough 5-6 weeks in terms of what we've had Saturday, Tuesday. What you've lost player-wise, obviously what's going on with the manager and where they are, and mentally it's tough for them. They need to find a focus for themselves going forward. As I said, they're not out of it. We're going to give them a couple of days off just to kind of refresh and to get away. Mentally they need a break. They've obviously lucky enough to get a weekend off as well. and then obviously they need to be ready to go kind of Monday to really hit this next set of 10 games, and it's down to them what they want to achieve. Whether you want to coast through, whether you want to push on and hit a target and push yourself as close as you can, it's in their hands. It's down to how they want to do it, and they have to go away and think about that and regroup and refresh and re-energise, and then go again, because there's still 10 games left.